Okay, I have to share this story while it's all still fresh in my mind. So I just got off the phone with the author of this book. Her name's Isabel Losada, and she is the author of the Joyful Environmentalist: How to Practice Without Preaching. So I reached out to her via Instagram and, said, hey, I would great to have you as a guest in Project We. And I was like explaining about it and stuff, and she's like, sure, let's jump on a phone call. And I completely and utterly assumed that she remembered who I was, because not only was she a guest at my book club, like my in-person book club in Wimbledon. I mean, I'm trying to remember the date, the year. It was, my kids were so small. I want to say 2004. And she came to Wimbledon and kind of gate crashed. I invited her, but I didn't tell the other women in my book club that she was coming. And she kind of gate crashed and moved everybody off the sofa and sat down in between everybody and got her notebook out. She was like, right, what did I have to do to get a 10 out of 10? Because everybody given the book an 8 out of 8. That was her book, For Tibet with Love, which I absolutely loved. And I just wanted to know what these women were going to think about this book. And so she was very, she got in there and, it was amazing. That was how I bowed out of book club that year, was by like inviting the author and then leaving. So that's kind of a story into itself. But anyway, since then she invited me to her place. I've had dinner at her house, everything. And then I moved to Madrid, and I felt really bad over the years that I moved to Madrid. I never told Isabel that I was leaving. Should have said goodbye and all this stuff. And so when I reached out to her on Instagram to see if she wanted to be at book club, like I assumed that she remembered who I was, and she didn't. And it was just kind of this really like awkward thing. I'm like, remember you came to book club? She's like, oh yeah, I do remember like going to Wimbledon and going to a book club. And I was like, yeah, you were my secret weapon for me to get out of book club. And like, and then I went to your house for dinner, and she's like, and she just clearly didn't remember that at all. But anyway, well, it was good that I had, a lot of authors, I would have been like to kind of like introducing myself and saying who I was, and I would love to have you in book club and everything, or I'd love to have you at the workshop. And I didn't do any of that with her. I just was like, hey, do you want to do book club? And she said, okay, let's jump on a phone call. And I'm actually really happy that we had the phone call before the workshop, because normally I would invite a guest to be on a workshop, and when they turned up, we would just start talking, whatever. It would have been really awkward for me to have been, well, Isabel, I haven't seen you in so many years. And at that point, she would have been like, who are you? So kind of good we got that out of the way. But anyway, her book is great. I've just started reading it, but I've read all of her other books, and they're short, snappy chapters. So I've read The Battersea Park Road to Enlightenment. I've read For Tibet with Love. This one is all about the environment. It was Earth Day yesterday. And she shares amusing stories. So each chapter is like a different story. And in this case, it is about a different kind of eco adventure, how to change your life to live more environmentally friendly, let's just say, and to be joyful while you're doing it. And so enjoying it. This is going to be our book club workshop for May the 10th. So if you want in on that, and it's going to be really fun, Isabel's going to come. We can talk about everything to do with how to be eco without the eco anxiety, and how to be eco without being preachy, and all of that. How to navigate our way through trying to be like better people through our choices. And so it's May the 10th. That's a Monday. It's at 8 p.m. UK time, because that is the time when my international community tend to all be up. I know it's super early for Australia and New Zealand, but believe it or not, some of them do set their alarms and get up to make it to my workshops. And yeah, it's part of Project We membership. So there's a book club and there's a workshop that kind of goes on. Like, sometimes they're mixed together, like this one's going to be, and sometimes they're separate. But Project We membership is going up from May the 1st. So get in before the end of April at the super low price that it's been for the past 2 years. I've never raised the price. It's $19, or that works out to like £15 a month, which is so cheap for what you get, and everyone's been telling me it's too cheap for what you get. So I'm moving it up to $29 a month, and I have to work out what that is in pounds, but yeah, it's super cheap. And for that, you get not only a workshop with me once a month with sometimes amazing guest authors, but also there's a membership hub where you log in and you get my Start Here program, and that program gets you off the starting block, as the name suggests with your Project Me, getting started with your Project Me. If none of that's making sense to you right now, just go over to the website, myprojectme.com, and you will find the workshops and courses tab. Hit that tab and you'll find Project We, and then you'll read testimonials from members all over the world. We've got 120 members at the moment, and we have a private community group where we come in and share our wins and set ourselves our intentions every Monday. It's called Motivated Monday, and it's kind of hard to describe, but people are, people who've been members are just absolutely loving it for how it changes their life and keeps them on track and keeps them inspired. And the community, you wouldn't imagine that something online could be so amazing, but that's what everybody really loves about it too. So come and give it a try, and I hope that you join before the end of the month so you can take advantage of the special low price, and come to the May 10th workshop. And there's all the replays for all the previous workshops you have access to as soon as you join immediately. And if you can't make it live, you can always watch a replay. A lot of members watch the replays, and then we talk about it in the community. Okay, there you go. I had to share that funny story about how I was going to big it up to like my tribe, like, hey, I know the author, and then the author like turns out that she doesn't remember me. But anyway, okay, you guys, have a happy weekend. Bye.